Have you ever been in a situation where a little bit of praise might just go a really long way? Microsoft has an app that can do just that. I'm Beth Motter here with Chris Matistic. Chris, I don't really know what you're going to tell me, but if there is an app somewhere where I could just open my phone and it tells me, sweetie, you're doing great, keep going, I want it. What is it?
Seriously, Beth?
I
That's
just
what you need in your life?
I just got done with my wedding. That's the kind of rip your hair out, just kind of stressful. And if there was something or someone that would have told me you're doing great, it might have made those leading up days just a little easier.
Now, here's why I'm worried about you, Beth. I mean, there are several reasons why I'm worried about you, but this particular reason, don't you have, how can I put this, real human beings communicate, maybe even look in your face and say, Beth, you did a really good job there. Doesn't everyone at ZDNet do that all the time? I mean, don't they tell you you are wonderful to your face? Don't they do that?
Well, we're all remote workers, so, technology.
Well,
I know.
I have your
Technology.
salvation at hand. I feel this is my role in your life. Because I didn't know this, but sometimes if you want to know what Microsoft is really thinking, it's worth going to what they call their roadmap. And it's a little site where they tell you what updates they're preparing to excite you. And this particular one is a Microsoft Teams update. And it's a very exciting update. I want to get the title right. It says Microsoft Viva, I suppose Americans might pronounce that as Viva, praise history in Microsoft Viva Insights. Praise history. I always praise history, don't you?
That's the only way to praise.
Yeah, absolutely. So apparently, as far as I understand this, there is an actual app in Teams where you can send praise. You can congratulate people, I presume, individually or whole swathes of people, which, because technology does this so well, allows you to avoid actually looking them in the face and being personal in any way whatsoever, because that's what technology's for, right? It's basically, we're trying to make praise more efficient, because why make it sincere when you can make it efficient? And so in this particular case, would you believe this update coming in November will allow you to look at your praise history. So you go in and see all those people who have praised you. You can count how many times they've praised you. For all I know, you can look at the exact words they've used to praise you. If they've used words, mind you, it being Microsoft Teams and technology, they probably use emojis or something. But so imagine you're an employee. You have now, or you will have, coming in November, 6 months of praise history. You can sit there for days on end, analyzing who has praised you, who hasn't praised you, who has praised you how many times, who hasn't praised you at all, who has only praised you once, who hasn't praised you for 4 or 5 months. Personally, this would drive me nuts. You clearly would be very happy about it.
Well, I mean, it's a
Mm-hmm.
nice gesture, but I feel like I would be worried if I don't know, my boss's boss didn't praise me. You know what I mean? And then I message my coworkers, so and so hasn't praised me, and they say, "Oh, well they praised me yesterday." And it could be a slippery slope.
Terribly slippery slope. You see, technology tends to feed paranoia, right? Because it's so instant, it's so ubiquitous, we're always on, as they love to say. And that breeds a total paranoia. If someone has failed to praise you, especially when you think you've done an amazingly good job on something, you'll be sitting there actually angsting about, why hasn't this person praised me? And here's the big problem you have. How do you get them to praise you? Do you send them a little note in Teams and say, hey, I thought I did a really good job. I haven't seen any praise emojis from you. Why? It's a little complex, isn't it? Now, apparently, according to Microsoft, the managers and the administrators of teams cannot see what your praise history is. Allegedly. Because who am I to say how clever administrators can get around things? So your bosses can't see, allegedly, how many times you've been praised. But imagine this. Imagine if you're a boss and you think the smart thing to do is just praise everybody all the time. Then employee comes to you and says, yo, I've had 4,322 praise emojis over the last 6 months. Please give me another $10,000 because I'm that good. So does the praise emoji symbolize how well you're actually doing, or does it symbolize that someone is simply trying to look nice? This is so complex. Don't you prefer, how do you, when you praise someone, all right, I know you want praise to come to you, Beth, but when, and it's understandable, we all have fragile egos, especially in the media. But what do you do when you want to praise somebody? When somebody's done a good job for you, what do you do?
Well, like I said, everything is remote where we work. So usually I just send a quick email, or if I happen to have their phone number, pick up the phone. Hey, thanks. You did a really nice job on this project. It was really helpful for me. But it's definitely done electronically, the situation we're in.
Beth, I've never had a praise email from you. Not one. Not once.
Excuse me, please pause this.
Not once in all the time we've been doing these videos. Not once have you emailed me and with anything such as, I thought you really did a really good job on that video, unusually good. Never, not once.
All right, call me out. That's fine.
Just gotta mention it. It's hurtful. I mean, it's something that I haven't talked about because, it's not my way. I grew up in Europe. We don't have egos there. And, but it hurts. It hurts, Beth.
I will say I more so do for my editing team. I don't know if I've really ever sent someone I film with a, hey, this is great kind of message. I don't know. Maybe Microsoft's solution is exactly what I need. Maybe I'll start sending you emojis come November after every time we film.
You have to use Microsoft Teams for this. This is a Microsoft Teams update. You can't use Zoom anymore.
If that's what you need, we can switch.
This is most exciting. No, truly. I mean, I actually feel for people who, Microsoft in Teams has had all kinds of ideas, like trying to get people to do virtual commutes where they share their feelings first thing in the morning and last thing at night to the Teams app. Why? Why would I want to prolong my agony? One of the great things about remote working is the lack of a commute.
Absolutely.
You hope to be able to switch off earlier or more often because you're not stuck in traffic, because you're not stuck on a Google bus for an hour traveling back from Google Central. So there we have it. So yes, praise. We need to focus on praise, Beth. Praise is what we all need and we just don't have enough of.
I don't know. Now I just feel bad for not praising you.
I feel bad too.
I'll work on it.
Thank you, Beth. You've been great on this video. Thank you.
You've been fantastic. This is your best one yet. And I will say that after each video from now on. Every one, I can just feel it's going to get better. All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much. As always, for all things tech, be sure to stick with ZDNet. Thank you for watching.